Hey friends, it's Heather Carden here, and I know it's late, but I've had something that's been kind of weighing heavy on my heart for several weeks here, but just thought I'd actually just pop on here and share it with you. So if you give me just a second, I'm actually going to share it to my Ask Dr. Heather page. This is actually, as you know, my private page, more my family page. So I'm actually going to, if it populates here, share it over to Ask Dr. Heather because I wanted to just share some thoughts on my mind. Hey Jen, thanks for joining me. I know it's late. It's past my normal social media hours, which should end at 9 o'clock. It's not showing up here, so I guess I'll share it later. So, I was talking with my mom and talking with some of my other friends and people who have actually in a situation where it's really starting to hit them that they're unable to work. People who are esthetician, people who are hairdressers, people who are doing catering, things like that. So, we often hear the whole Starbucks coffee thing, like random acts of kindness, paying it forward. So I often tell my kids, I don't want you to do I want you to do random acts of kindness. I don't want you to pay it forward because if you pay it forward, normally you expect something in return. So paying it forward, if I buy you a coffee, you're going to buy me a coffee. Sometimes it ends up being an IOU kind of keeping a tally type of situation. So normally I tell my kids, I don't want you to do that. I want you to do random act of kindness. You do something out of the kindness of your heart because it feels good, because you want to. You're not keeping a tally. You're not expecting anything in exchange for that. However, in this situation, I want you to pay it forward. I want you to say, hey, you know what? I'm not getting my haircut this month and your hairdresser needs the money. Why don't you go ahead and prepay for your haircut next month when you can have that? Go ahead and prepay for your nails to get done that you can go ahead and, because if you've been going the same nail person or a haircut person for the same person the last 5, 10, 15 years, go ahead and pay that forward. They need to make their money this month. And there's other people. If you buy it from a certain bakery, if you buy gluten-free food from a certain bakery, keto food from a certain bakery, maybe there's a certain butcher that you buy food from and you can't go buy that right now. I think you can from some butchers. I know there's a lot of other people out there. So go ahead and drop some ideas down there if you have it. Hey, Carol, thanks for joining us. There's certain maybe there's a community-based marketing person that you normally buy things from. Maybe it's ketones, maybe it's essential oils, maybe it's eyelashes, maybe it's fingernail things. If there's certain services that you buy from somebody, maybe it's a massage therapist, maybe it's a Pilates studio, a yoga studio, and they've been giving you free lessons online and say, hey, go ahead and donate if you can, because a lot of massage therapists, personal trainers have been putting themselves out there and putting a lot of work. They've bought Zoom for this month and next month, the higher grade Zoom. They've actually been giving you free lessons. They've been hiring their employees back to give you free sessions every month. Go ahead and pay that forward. Go ahead and maybe pay your monthly one, because I know a lot of them say, pay what you can, donate when you can. But if you're in the middle of a yoga workout or a CrossFit workout, the last thing you're thinking about, oh, I need to log into my Venmo, my PayPal, I need to go back and pay them. Because I know after a month, a lot of them are not collecting that next month's fee. But so think about that. A lot of people are thinking, oh, I need to have my hair dyed, I need my nails done, I need to get my facial done. So go ahead and pay that forward. Or it could be considered a random act of kindness. And you wouldn't say, I'm paying for my haircut in May, I'm paying for my haircut in June, I'm paying for my nails to be done, put me on the bill, put me on the calendar so I'll make sure I have my appointment, hold my appointment, pay that money down, because there's so many people in the service organization, so many people in small businesses that did not get the stipend that need that money now. It's been a month now. They've got things they need to pay for. Same people who do child home daycare who aren't able to do that. Go ahead and prepay that next month if you can. I know it's tight for everybody, but some people are in a situation where they can do that. They can go ahead and pay that bill next month. So think about things that you normally would spend. My mom and I were talking about doing monthly budgets, something that you'd normally spend your money on. Like my mom just prepaid for her month of hair that she normally gets her hair done every Wednesday, and she went ahead and prepaid Terry for her month of haircut, even though she can't get it done right now. And I thought, so many more people can do that. It's in your normal budget to get your nails, your hair, your daycare. That's in your normal budget. Go ahead and pay that forward. Again, it's not a random act of kindness unless you're just donating money and not expecting that service in exchange. So you could absolutely do both. But when you're talking about helping people do things, So many people are helping with groceries, baking for other people, running and getting produce for people who can't get out. Those are absolutely random act of kindness. You're not expecting them to prepay you back some tomatoes and some veggies and celery, but think about maybe just dropping off a dinner to some elderly couple, someone else who can't get out, maybe buying, some gas for the lawnmower, just doing their lawn for them. Maybe they can't afford it. So there's people, two situations. There's people who have small businesses, self-services that they can't be open for business, who absolutely need to pay their bills. There's other people, because they have comorbidities, they cannot get out, that actually need to have things done for them, and because of financial restraints, they need help. They can't work. So there's two types of situations. There's more than that going on, but I think that we can absolutely extend a helping hand out to people, whether it be physical help, whether it be emotional help, whether it just be going out and weeding someone's lawn who can't afford their lawn service to be done. And think about things that you can do. I know I haven't mentioned everybody. I was sitting there all afternoon thinking, oh, it could be this person, this person, this person, this person. And I sat down here, I'm thinking, okay, I had a super big list in my brain, and now it just kind of went out. So I would love to have you guys just share some information that, or ideas that you have. Maybe it's a job that you have that you're not able to attend, and please drop it down below. Let people think what you can do. And I know someone else was sharing that they have, like their mom hasn't been able to work. They're low on groceries. I said, hey, what's her name? Where do they live? Let me try to help you out. And she said, well, they have too much pride. There's those people as well who have too much pride, and they're not really eating food that they should be eating. And instead of eating healthy things like celery, which is economical, cauliflower, which is economical, hamburger, which is economical, things like that, they're actually eating more garbage things like chips that are cheap, or ho-hos or ding-dongs or things like that that are, lower in price, but they have no nutritional value. So oftentimes they're actually making themselves even sicker by not eating higher quality foods that are still economical. Like, again, celery is economical. Get some peanut butter and celery and have a great snack, rather than buying high processed foods that actually cost a little bit more, unless you're buying some off-brand. So I just thought I'd just pop in here and talk about kind of the difference of paying it forward, random act of kindness, however you want to state that. And I think it would be a great idea if you have that. Some people are getting their stimulus package, and if you're getting that $1,200, if you're here in Kansas, I know we're getting some things opened up at that first phase on Sunday, and you're going to be able to go spend some money and help kind of ignite the economy. But some people in Missouri, it's going to be a few more weeks. You're maybe watching, Mike's watching from Canada. I know it's going to be a little bit longer. I'm sorry, Justin and Mike are both, Justin's watching from Australia. I don't know what the deadline is there. Mike's watching from Canada. I don't know what the timeline is there. Jen, I don't know where you're watching from, or Carol either, but if you're watching from a different state and that timeline is longer, there are a lot of people with home-based business, lots of people self-care business, people who are small business owner who need your help, and you can find a way. People are being very creative, but go ahead and donate to those fitness people online that are doing it, that you've been a patron of for years, not just a random patron, but someone you've been using their yoga studio that they've been putting online, or their fitness they've been putting online. So just kind of challenge yourself to see, where could you actually help? Where could you donate? What could you do to do something? I know I've got a ton of hostas in my yard. I just asked people, a whole bunch of people, who need some hostas? Mine need to be thinned out right now. As a one-legged, I'm a new amputee. I have not figured out how to use a shovel yet, and my husband and kids have been pretty busy keeping the rest of the yard there, and I like to divide my hostas and my daylilies. So my neighbors from next door came over and did that, but that was a great blessing to me to have them thin out my hostas, and then they were able to share it with their family. But little things like that can go a long way. So just kind of check out and see who needs help with those small things, and I was more than happy to share my garden with other people. But yet, I couldn't really be in the situation to have my husband do one more thing, or to hire a gardener to come. So think of small things that you can do. I donated some plants where she maybe not be in a financial situation to go buy things like hostas, and didn't want to get out to go to Home Depot or to wherever you go buy hostas and daylilies and irises and things like that, and I had an abundance. So just think again at your house, what do you have? I know we were sorting through a bunch of stuff, and now we can't donate right now to the thrift store or to Salvation Army. So think about that. I did a great little video. I popped it over by Pam's house. We did keep social distancing. We didn't hug each other like we wanted to, and she's making a ton of masks, and asked who could donate stuff to her, because she is making a mask for a lot of local nursing homes. So we got some fabric and stuff and some elastic sent to her. So think about other things. A lot of people are sharing what they're doing on. So scroll through your Facebook and see where you could donate mask item, fabric item. If you want to do that and have some fabric laying around the house, you'll have some elastic laying around the house. I want to mail some over to Pam. You can message me because people are still needing masks when they're going to visit loved ones, or people again who are in nursing homes, who are in extended care. Those type of situations are still needing lots of masks. So I think we still will need those for a few more weeks to maybe a month and a half, as we start to have a very low rate in Kansas, which is great. I think KU came on and said we had 17 cases. I think 5 to 9 in ICU. The other ones were just in the general population or admission in KU Med Center. So that's a great low number for us. So great job, Kansas, keeping our social distancing. So thank you for joining me tonight. It's late. My eyes are blinking slow. So that means I need to get to bed. It's past my bedtime, but it has been on my mind thinking about everybody out there and how we can do a better job. And remember, it is more than just washing your hands. It's more than just keeping the surface clean. It is keeping our body healthy by getting good sleep, eating in an 8-hour window, eating healthy greens, locally grown meats when you can. It is not eating garbage, because we know sugar and things like that delay our healing. They weaken our immune system. Not getting enough sleep weaken our immune system. Overstressing our body weakens our immune system. So a lot of people I've been hearing, they get stuck watching the news. They are honed in on every single state and what's happening in each state, what's happening with the virus. So calm that down, limit your time, get some exercise in, get some vitamin D in, get some fresh air breathing in your body. Help your body be the best version of itself by cutting out the sugar, cutting out the processed foods. Increase your gratitude and attitude. Be happy, be healthy by exercising more, eating in an intermittent fasting window, by getting local greens, lots of veggies, lots of healthy fats and more plant fats, processed food out. And you know I love my ketones. I had an amazing opportunity to do a radio talk show today and talking about the benefits of ketones and how it's really come up in the media, especially in conversation with the virus and keeping your body healthy, because we know ketones deliver more oxygen to the body. They help calm down our nervous system, which helps with our rest and digest system. We also know that it helps with cognition, it helps with sleep, and sleep is our secret weapon to overall health. No matter if it's a virus or a bacteria or a parasite or just a stressful time in your life, whether it's a wedding or a graduation party, you win the lottery, we know that we just need to help keep our body as healthy as we can. Again, if you've got another small business idea that I forgot, please drop it down below. We'd love to have some more ideas out there. And you guys have an amazing evening. I know I've been very slow. Justin called me out and said, you haven't been on social media very much. I think there's been a lot of people on having a lot of screen time, so I've backed off a little bit on my screen time because so many people are sharing so much content on screen time that I do want people to limit their screen time a little bit. So with that being said, good night. Have an amazing night's sleep. Be happy, be healthy wherever you are, and I'll be seeing you soon. Have a nice evening. And Frank. I was going to say thanks, Frank, for the big air hug. Tracy, thanks for joining us. Betsy, thanks for joining us. Pat, thanks for joining us. And we'll be seeing you soon.